Alright, so here we go. This is the last video for this class. I've learned a lot. I've been frustrated. I've been surprised. I've been rededicated to how I'm going to teach. This week, the chapter really threw me for a loop. The word paradox in itself, the definition is, it just rings confusion to me. Like, if you look at that and you say there's a paradox of something, there's a competition, a battle of definitions of sorts going on. So when I read that, it reminded me of a conversation I had with one of my college buddies one time, where I argued, am I a teacher or am I a director first? Well, I'm a teacher always, but I'm directing as well, especially in the after-school program. So there's a paradox there. You're directing plays, but you're teaching. Are you teacher first? Are you director first? Are you an actor first? Or are you a character first? Like, there's all kinds of different things wrapped up into this paradox of theater. I think what it boils down to for me is whether or not you believe in Stanislavski, whether or not you believe in Meisner, whether or not you believe in Udo Hagen, Shurtleff, anybody that's come up with some kind of way to prepare a character, you have to find out what works for you, what works for the role that you're portraying right then. Because I also had another conversation with a friend of mine last night about Commedia dell'arte, that we feel like Meisner and the realism wouldn't really fit with the outlandish Commedia dell'arte relationships and things that they have to have. So basically, this whole chapter reminded me that you need to find what works for you, and to remember that there's always two sides to every story. And it kind of reminds me also of when Stanislavski caused the rift between the group. But I think there was more political things about that, but that's neither here nor there. But when when Adler came back from Russia, I believe it was, where they're at, to expound the new method that Stanislavski taught her, it caused that great rift. So there's a paradox. Had Stanislavski always felt that way, or did he grow into that, or did he have some kind of political pressure to change the work and the wording? We'll never know. Simply put, like I said just a few seconds ago, your reality is your reality, and what works best for you and what works for your character is going to be what you determine. And whether or not you use it for a certain style of show versus another one, it's also going to be for your determination. As for director and teacher, I think I've settled more for being a teacher first, because if you're directing, you're obviously instructing them in a way. So that paradox for me has finally been solved. You're a teacher first, then a director. Other than that, guys, this has been an enjoyable experience. I really like the class. I really honestly wish it could go on longer. But best wishes in the future.